Hey there, friends. Today we're diving into a topic that resonates with many of us: trust in God's perfect time. Life can be a roller coaster full of twists and turns, and sometimes we might find ourselves questioning the timing of things. But guess what? There's a beautiful concept of trusting in God's perfect time that brings comfort and hope. Let's explore it together. Picture this. You have dreams, goals, and aspirations, and you're eager to see them come to fruition. But life doesn't always unfold according to our plans, and that's where trust in God's perfect time comes into play. It's about understanding that there's a divine timeline at work, one that aligns with our best interests. When we let go of the need to control every aspect, we make room for God's plan to unfold in its own perfect way. Patience is a virtue, they say, and trusting in God's perfect time requires just that. It's like waiting for a cake to bake. You can't rush the process if you want the end result to be delicious. Similarly, when we trust in God's timing, we learn to be patient and appreciate the journey. Each step we take is a part of a larger, intricate plan that we might not fully comprehend at the moment. Have you ever reflected on past experiences and realized that certain delays or detours turned out to be blessings in disguise? That's the beauty of trusting in God's perfect time. Sometimes what we perceive as a setback is actually a setup for something greater. Embracing this mindset allows us to navigate through challenges with faith and optimism, knowing that God's timing is always spot on. Let's face it, uncertainty can be daunting. However, when we anchor ourselves in faith and trust, it becomes a game changer. Trusting in God's perfect time doesn't mean we sit back and do nothing. It means we take inspired action, do our best, and surrender the rest. This faith-driven approach brings a sense of peace, allowing us to move forward with confidence, even when the road ahead seems unclear. In a world that often emphasizes instant gratification, trusting in God's perfect time offers a refreshing perspective. It's a reminder that there's a higher plan at work, and our role is to trust, have faith, and embrace the journey. So, as you navigate through life's twists and turns, remember, trust in God's perfect time and let the beauty of His plan unfold in your life. One essential aspect of trusting in God's perfect time is understanding that His timing is different from ours. While we may desire quick solutions or immediate answers to our prayers, God operates on a timeless scale. His wisdom surpasses our understanding. And when we trust in His timing, we acknowledge that He sees the bigger picture. This recognition fosters a sense of humility, reminding us that there's a divine order that far exceeds our limited perspective. Consider the analogy of a puzzle. When we work on a puzzle, we may struggle to fit pieces together, and it may seem like chaos at times. But as we persist and patiently connect the pieces, a beautiful picture emerges. Similarly, trusting in God's perfect time is like allowing Him to piece together the intricate details of our lives. It requires trust in the process, even when we can't see the full picture just yet. Faith is the cornerstone of trusting in God's perfect time. It's an unwavering belief that God's plan for us is filled with goodness, even when circumstances suggest otherwise. Building and strengthening our faith involves spending time in prayer, seeking guidance, and immersing ourselves in His Word. The more we cultivate our faith, the easier it becomes to surrender control and trust in the divine timing that God has ordained for each of us. Trusting in God's perfect time doesn't mean we won't face challenges or difficulties. In fact, it's often during these challenging times that our faith is tested the most. However, knowing that God's timing is purposeful and intentional provides us with a solid foundation to weather storms. It allows us to find solace in the midst of chaos, confident that God's timing will bring about restoration and blessings. Trusting in God's perfect time is a transformative mindset that brings peace, patience, and purpose to our lives. It's about aligning our hearts with His divine plan, recognizing His wisdom, and embracing the journey with faith. So, as you navigate through the seasons of life, remember that your story is unfolding according to God's perfect time. Keep trusting, stay hopeful, and let the grace of His timing guide you every step of the way. A crucial aspect of trusting in God's perfect time is relinquishing the burden of comparison. In a world driven by social media and constant updates, it's easy to compare our journey with others. However, God's timing for each person is unique. What may be happening in someone else's life doesn't dictate or diminish the significance of our own journey. Trusting in God's timing frees us from the trap of comparison and allows us to appreciate the individual beauty of our path. Furthermore, trusting in God's perfect time involves cultivating a heart of gratitude. Instead of focusing solely on what we lack or the challenges we face, we can choose to acknowledge the blessings in our lives. Gratitude shifts our perspective, helping us recognize that God's timing is intertwined with moments of joy, growth, and unexpected blessings. By embracing gratitude, we open our hearts to receive the fullness of God's plan with appreciation and humility. Let's not forget that God's timing often involves personal growth and refinement. As we wait for certain aspects of our lives to unfold, God may be using that time to mold us into the individuals He envisions. These periods of waiting aren't just idle moments, but opportunities for self-discovery, character development, and learning valuable lessons that will prepare us for the blessings ahead. Trusting in God's perfect time is not a passive waiting game, but an active partnership with our Creator. It involves actively seeking His guidance, aligning our actions with His will, and continuously deepening our relationship with Him. This collaboration with God ensures that we are not just bystanders, but active participants in the beautiful tapestry of our lives, woven together by His wisdom and love. Trusting in God's perfect time encompasses a multifaceted approach involving faith, patience, gratitude, and active participation in our journey. As we navigate the complexities of life, let's remember that God's timing is purposeful and His plan is designed with our best interests at heart. Embrace the uniqueness of your journey, express gratitude for the present, and actively partner with God as you trust in His perfect time. May your faith guide you through every chapter of your life story. Navigating the concept of God's perfect time also requires a healthy dose of resilience. Life is filled with unexpected twists, setbacks, and challenges. Trusting in God's timing means embracing these difficulties with resilience and understanding that even in moments of hardship, there is a purpose. Resilience allows us to bounce back from setbacks, knowing that God's plan is not derailed by temporary obstacles. It's a reminder that, in the grand scheme of things, every challenge is an opportunity for growth and strength. Trusting in God's perfect time also means acknowledging that our desires and plans may need refining. As we align ourselves with God's will, there may be moments of introspection where we realize that our goals were not in line with His greater purpose. It's a humbling process of surrendering our personal ambitions to make way for the transformative plans that God has in store for us. This refinement often leads to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. A key element of trusting in God's timing is cultivating a spirit of contentment. In a world that often urges us to pursue more, faster, and better, contentment becomes a counter-cultural choice. It involves finding joy and satisfaction in the present moment, recognizing that God's timing is perfect and His provision is enough. Contentment doesn't mean settling. Instead, it's an acknowledgement that God's plan unfolds at the ideal pace for our personal growth and well-being. Trusting in God's perfect time fosters a sense of community and interconnectedness. We're not alone in our journey, and God often places people in our lives for a reason. Building meaningful connections with others allows us to share the ups and downs, providing support and encouragement along the way. Recognizing that God's timing also involves the timing of relationships encourages us to value and cherish the people He brings into our lives. When trusting in God's perfect time, it's essential to cultivate a spirit of surrender, Surrendering doesn't imply giving up, but rather letting go of the need to control every aspect of our life. It involves placing our trust in God's wisdom and relinquishing the illusion of control. Surrendering allows us to free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety as we acknowledge that God's timing is impeccable and His plans far surpass our understanding. An integral part of the journey is learning to discern between our desires and God's will. Trusting in God's perfect time calls for moments of introspection, prayer, and seeking divine guidance. By aligning our aspirations with His purpose, we ensure that our goals are in harmony with the greater plan He has designed for our lives. This alignment brings a sense of clarity and confidence as we move forward in faith. In the midst of waiting, it's crucial to foster a spirit of perseverance. God's timing may not always align with our immediate expectations, and periods of waiting can test our endurance. Perseverance allows us to press on with determination, even when faced with delays or uncertainties. It's a reminder that every step we take in faith contributes to the unfolding of God's perfect plan in His perfect time. Trusting in God's perfect time also involves recognizing the beauty in the ordinary moments. Often, we are so focused on future milestones or waiting for significant events that we overlook the blessings present in our daily lives. Taking time to appreciate the simple joys, relationships, and experiences along the way enriches our journey and helps us find fulfillment in the present moment. In conclusion, the path of trusting in God's perfect time is multifaceted, encompassing surrender, alignment with His will, perseverance, and an appreciation for the ordinary. As we navigate through life's complexities, may we find solace in surrendering to God's divine timing, aligning our desires with His will, persevering with unwavering faith, and cherishing the beauty in each moment. In doing so, we open ourselves to the profound blessings that unfold in His perfect time. May your journey be filled with purpose, grace, and a deep trust in the unfolding masterpiece of God's plan for your life.